Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me right now is candidate for ANC, Zach Israel. Welcome to our show, Zach. Hello, Zach. Welcome.
Hey, thank you very much. Good to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Great having you here. Hey, let me begin with tell me a little bit about your background and why you decided to run for ANC this year.
Sure. I've lived in Washington, D.C. for almost 8 years, lived all over the district, but have lived here in Petworth for about 2 years now. And I've been increasingly involved in local politics over the last 4 or 5 years. At the time, I lived in Woodley Park in Ward 3. I was involved in the Ward 3 Democrats, and then the last couple of years with the D.C. Young Democrats. And currently, I'm the national committee man for DCYD. And so I've spent a lot of work at a national level focusing on DC statehood issues. And I've volunteered, worked on political campaigns in the past throughout my adult life. And public service has always been very important to me. And an opportunity presented itself this summer where my current ANC commissioner, who lives on my block, decided to step down. And I felt like it was a great opportunity to serve my neighbors and be involved in public service. So
Wonderful, awesome. Zach, tell me what your NC district is, and tell me some of the issues in the neighborhood that you'd like to tackle or focus on if you're elected.
sure. So I'm running to represent single member district 4D04. So we're up in Ward 4 and sort of the northern part of Petworth and parts of Brightwood Park from 7th Street northwest of Georgia Avenue and Emerson to Jefferson Street. And so, look, we have a lot of issues confronting not just our neighborhood, but DC during this pandemic. But there are some issues that existed before the pandemic. So, namely, traffic safety issues. There are some streets in my district, including Illinois Avenue, where there's no stop signs at many intersections, and cars are
Mhm.
going 50 miles an hour in a 25 mile per hour zone with kids
Wow.
and families nearby. So that's a priority for me. Combating gun violence. Unfortunately, there's been an uptick in 2020. In that area, which is not good. And historically, the Metropolitan Police Department has been the go-to entity to deal with that particular issue, and I think there's a reimagining now, and it should have taken place
Hmm.
much earlier about from a public perspective, how do we prevent this from even escalating to the point where people are shooting their guns at each other? And I think there's a lot of programs that exist within the DC government that are great. The violence interrupter program and things like that, where if we put more money towards it, and we have members from the neighborhood and community that grew up here that are involved in those programs, we can prevent the violence from even happening. And then a third big one for me is just supporting our small businesses, our local businesses on Kennedy Street and Georgia Avenue that are struggling tremendously during this pandemic, and they need as many resources that are available to them. And I think ANC 4D, can be a bridge between the businesses and the district government and the federal government for resources. So I want to be
Definitely, definitely. Awesome. Could you share with our viewers a little bit about the importance of voting in their local elections, especially this year of many years?
Yeah, no, it's incredibly important. At the federal level, I have a feeling who DC's 3 electoral votes will be going to. So we're not very, competitive at that level, but at the local level, it's really critical that people spend the time and are engaged and participate in those down ballot races. So the ANC race, we're literally at the very, very bottom of the ballot. In my instance, in Ward 4, we're actually on the other side of the ballot next to the Initiative 81 regarding magic mushrooms. And so, the ANC races are the lowest form of government we have in DC. And these are very small number districts, about 2,000 people in each district. And so, it's important just to follow your ANC race. I mean, many cases they're one person running or no one running. And so I'm in the minority of cases where there's at least two candidates. And so people really have an opportunity, especially with everyone getting a mail-in ballot automatically mailed to them this year, to sit
Yes.
down at the kitchen table, start Googling away about, okay, who's this person, what's important to me, and where do they stand on that. And then, going up the ballot too, just to do a mention of the at-large DC council races. There are 23 people running for two positions, which I think might be an all-time high in DC history. And
Sounds that way. There were 24 at first.
yes, exactly. One of them dropped out.
Yes.
And there are some real serious differences among the top leading candidates, and so it's going to be a very, very close race. And you can vote for two people. So people should just do their homework and watch some of the debates and forums, read up on questionnaires, and make an educated choice.
Very important, very important. And I'll advise our viewers that we have interviews with a majority of those at-large candidates, as well as all the other candidates running for the Council of the District of Columbia here, as well as forums with them from Ward 2 as well as the at-large forum. So if you want more information about your candidates, you can always check out our channel in the general elections nominees and candidates playlist for more information and seeing these interviews just like the one I have here with Zach. Now, as I just made that beckon to our viewers, could you go ahead and share with our viewers how they can support your campaign, follow you, or keep up with you if they need to?
Sure, we really appreciate that question. So if viewers are interested in my candidacy, please visit zachisrael.com. Has biographical info about me, where I stand on all the local issues of importance. And there's also a fundraising button there as well if you'd like to make a donation up to $25. Those are always welcome. And you can also see in my website, I have links to my Facebook page and my Twitter feed, which I'm pretty active in. So check out my campaign on social media, and stay tuned in. So
Thank you so much, Zach, and thanks so much for joining me today. Best of luck on your election.
thank you.
Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.